All right guys, welcome to another video. This is one that I'm very excited to start. You remember when we cut this off? Yeah, so a lot of people ask like, what are we gonna do? Why did we cut the back of my RX-7 off? What is the point? What are we gonna do? Yada, yada, yada. So here's your explanation. Boom. Full fiberglass rear clip. We actually have to cut even more off of this car. We've already cut off about 118 pounds, which doesn't seem like a lot, but that's a small human. Yeah, crazy. So we got to cut off more, like I said, but this is the kit right here. So it's wide. Haven't fully mocked it up yet, of course, but that's what we're getting to today. We're gonna start cutting into it, mounting it. I've been working on this car all day and it's starting to make me really mad. So I'm just done with it. I'm done working on it today. So we're gonna just start working on this instead because I've been waiting to do this. I've been super excited about this project. So let me show you a little bit of what we got going on. So as you can see, it's a full 3-piece clip. So we got the one side, the back, and then the other side. Oh, lovely. That's brand new. Good thing, so I love cars. I love working on cars. Okay, anyways, so they were actually just showing they just recently posted a product like testing video, which is pretty funny.
Means this. Means this.
So this is a Big Duck Club rear clip kit. So they sell this in a 3-piece thing. It's advertised as 27 pounds. I haven't weighed it, but I feel like it's less than that, honestly, altogether. So these are 50 millimeters wider than stock, which is pretty cool. So I'll throw it on here and I'll show you. The only thing that I would say they should start doing is offering a filled gas cap spot. So typically what you would do on like this car is getting a fuel cell. It's gonna sit right in here. And this is all gonna be Lexan. And we're gonna have the fuel filler neck come straight up, I don't know, to this side, or maybe I'll probably just have it straight up in the middle if I can. I know we're gonna have a rear radiator here too, so I don't know how that'll work. Figure that out later. But it would be nice if there was a way to like or an option that you can order this with a filled in spot, because now we're just gonna have that and it's gonna be whatever. I don't know, maybe I'll utilize it as the fuel fill or whatever, but right now I don't know what I'm gonna do for that yet. So with this kit, as you can see, we're gonna have to cut pretty high up. I mean, obviously we gotta leave room to mount it. So we're gonna cut probably about 2 inches below this line that I'm about to draw. But I can't draw this yet until I need to get the door on. So I need to get the door on so that I can get an idea of our body line. We wanna keep that as straight as possible all the way across. Plus it'll kind of make it cool to see like how wide it actually is compared to the door. It looks like it's gonna be fairly wide, but regardless, we need the doors on both sides so that we can go ahead and actually see the body line. Line this thing up properly. We got to mount this like it's got to look legit, you know. Everything has to be lined up. In the rear, I can already tell this thing needs to slide back a little bit, or maybe this whole hatch needs to go forward because, well, actually that's pretty good. I don't know. We're gonna have to mess with it, obviously. But you take your time on stuff like this, you know. You want to get everything lined up really good, and we really want to drill as little as possible into the actual fiberglass. Into the metal, we don't really care. It's easy to fix. Fiberglass sucks, so we don't want to do that. So right here, I had to actually straighten out a little bit of this because it was all kind of wavy and bent in, and it was kind of getting in the way of where the fiberglass sits. We ended up having to cut it back anyways, but we knew it was going to be off, and it was going to make it easier if we could just straighten that out first, and now we can get to cutting it all off. we're gonna cut this line all the way out and then back. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and YouTube magic this because no one wants to watch me continuously cut away at this car. So there she is, all cut up. Now we're gonna cut down here. I don't really know how much I gotta do. Basically, my understanding is I gotta take it all the way down to this, but I might have to even curve this out because the way that this is set up, where's it at? Right here. You can see on the bottom, there's a lip there. That lip is essentially this same lip for where this trim piece would go, which I am considering shaving all the, I don't know if anyone's ever done it, but like a fully shaved RX-7 might look kind of cool. So I'm considering doing that. We'll see though. I guess I can't because I'm gonna have fiberglass front fenders and the bumper just, okay, whatever. I don't know. Anyways, yes, so I think I'm gonna have to cut like down and around. Let me double check that. So cut it off there. What I'm gonna do is right here where there's like a little bit of the actual jam left, I'm gonna shave that off on the bottom of this. So I'm gonna shave that a little bit. We're gonna shave the door part right there a little bit, and then I actually need to cut this in a little bit. Not this, but on this. So we're gonna go ahead and do all the trim up of this rear quarter. Hopefully that's all we gotta do. I did cut this a little bit high. As you can see, I kind of went up instead of going straight. So I need to build weld down on that, and we'll have to finish it off and make it look like it never happened, so that there's like a tiny little gap there, and it's kind of making me mad. So anyways, let's we're gonna get into this first. So again, I have no idea what I'm doing. A quick Google search told me that a cutoff wheel on a grinder is the best way to cut fiberglass. So we're gonna find out. We're gonna be careful, we're gonna take our time with it, but you just gotta do it, you know? It's one of those things, like cutting the back of this off, you just gotta do it. All right, so we got this thing all shaped out. We do still need to fill there. And then I'm also going to, well, I don't know yet. I don't know how I feel about this. It's a little interesting on the inside, like it pretty much lines right up. We are probably going to plate a lot of the interior of this so that it, well, not probably, we definitely are. We definitely need to fill spots like right here. This needs to be plated. That needs to be plated. So we'll do that on the inside. But on the underside of this, we'll probably also plate it so that it all looks nice underneath. And then the reason for doing the inside is so that there's no smoke going in the cabin. So, but yeah, we got this thing like pretty tits, I'd say. So it's like, it's pretty good. I mean, that gap is pretty good all the way around, right? This is actually a little bit farther forward on that side right now. And that's why we have a little bit bigger gap right here than we do on that side. But that'll be fixed once we fix this, you know? I did the same thing on this side, so I need to bring that down a little bit with weld, make it look good. But man, this is sick, dude. Like, this thing looks awesome. I really wish I could see it on the ground with like some big tires, but we're not there yet. So now what we're gonna do is scoot the whole car forward a little bit so we can start mounting or figuring out the back. And then we'll probably call it a night. I don't have a tubing bender, so I can't really do the modular, like tubular, I don't know what you call it, modular tubular, oh my gosh, that's too many U's and ubulars. Modular tubular rear end. So that's what we're gonna be doing for the bash bar setup in the rear. Can't really start that until I get a good tubing bender here at the house. Probably will happen soon, hopefully. But I want this all mocked up in this video. But essentially what we're gonna do with that tubular, I'm not even gonna try to say it. With the tube rear, we're gonna have that come out this way. It's gonna come pretty close to this. So like we'll probably shave, I don't know if we'll shave into this. We might shave it in a little bit to graft it in there. So it will, I mean, first we gotta get this thing sitting exactly even because it should sit like this. So anyways, we'll figure out a standoff like right here somewhere to keep, or maybe we'll probably build the structure on the inside, I should say, to hold all this together and up. So we'll do that. That'll be something that's a breakaway thing that's really easy. And then with that being said, we will also have to figure out, so we have our push, like this is how we release this instead of having like a latch. So we're gonna need to, I guess we could do our standoffs on that. So if we push that, yeah, if we push that up enough, so we're gonna have to make that pretty tight, but it'll be coming from here-ish, somewhere on there, up into here. And we'll basically push on the bottom side of the fiberglass to get that lift that we need to close this. And then we'll also be able to incorporate the other side of that so you can actually use the push button thing. So that's actually, I just thought of it right now, that'll work. But so far, I mean, I'm pretty happy with it. The only thing we've really had to do is a little bit of shaving here, which I mean, you could get away with like getting it to fit over. And then obviously cutting the underside of this. So far I would say that this kit's pretty good, pretty simple. I've been working on it like not even 2 hours, so. All right, getting excited here. This thing looks awesome. Super wide, like really wide, which is good. I want a wide rear end so that I can tuck a big tire in there. We're gonna probably run like a 285 on this car for like events, or I mean for like competition stuff, and probably like a 245 or a 265 aired way down for like fun days. But yeah, this thing's sick. It looks awesome. What we did for this is I have a Cleco in here right now towards the top, one in the middle and one on the bottom. I'm only gonna keep the one on the top and the bottom when we go to actually fasten it. Just so that obviously this doesn't all twist, you know, this way and misorient it. It's not like a perfect alignment. They actually start their curve on this piece a little too early. So there's kind of like a dip starting from here to here. It starts to like dip in, but it's not bad though. They actually do a pretty good job on this fit up. Pretty happy with it. I mean, I haven't really done any like fit and finish stuff. Like I need to move this on this side back a little bit to clean up this gap, because that gap is a little bit tighter back here, or I guess I could move this side forward. Either way, yeah, I'll probably end up moving this side forward. I need to finish this off, and then we can start working on the stuff underneath on the bottom side, in terms of like how to get it all like apart, or I mean sealed off and stuff. But I'm pretty happy with it so far. I'm gonna show you guys like a quick little video of how simple it is to take apart. Well, it's gonna be easier later on. Right now I have 3 Clecos in here, so I mean, it's kind of difficult, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. This would be way easier if I had a second person to like catch it from the outside, but I'm kind of just having to do it all at once by myself. So it's not gonna be as easy as I'm thinking in my head, but it'll work. Again, obviously this would be way easier if someone else was here to help me pull it off and whatnot, and open this if I had like the, yeah, anyways, well, looks good. This is what we're working with for now. We're gonna leave it like that for now. What we're gonna end up doing is kind of cutting this back some more, hopefully, if we can. I think we can. And then we'll just plate it all the way across, and then plate the inside. We're obviously gonna undercoat the whole chassis, so that'll be one thing. Same thing on this side. It looks the same right now. We're probably gonna try and cut at least into like here. We'll have to cut this like however that has to be cut to make that happen. And then we'll plate it, like I said. And then, yeah, I mean, fit and finish like everything perfectly. And then she's done. So pretty happy with it. I still gotta weld this down a little bit on both sides and kind of give myself some more room to work with, like the gap. I don't want no gap there, so we got to do that. But overall, I mean, this thing is pretty sick. This whole thing goes on pretty easily. It works good, so pretty happy with that product overall. If you guys want to check that out, that's a Big Duck Club rear clip, full fiberglass. I mean, this thing weighs nothing. You just saw me pick it up by myself, like while holding that hatch up. Like it's very light. It's clearly pretty strong because I've already dropped it like 10 times on accident. But yeah, I'm really excited about not only the way it looks, I mean, the car looks even crazier now. But yeah, I'm just excited to be working on this car right now. Like, we're hopefully gonna be assembling that motor in a couple days here. Finally got rings for it, so I mean, things are gonna start rolling quickly once we get the motor together. We're gonna take this thing to the track here soon. After that, I'm gonna paint it and sell it, probably. I don't know. That's what I keep telling myself, but it's probably not gonna happen. But if I do, I'm gonna have a bunch of extra money to just throw into this thing, get it even closer to the finish line. So stay tuned for that. But again, if you want to buy this, it's bigdougclub.com. They also sell a roof skin, a carbon fiber roof skin as well. Yeah, so go check them out. Maybe I'll put their link in the bottom of the description or whatever. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end it here. That's the Big Duck Club kit on the FC RX-7. Pretty simple to install. Again, I'm not a professional, but it looks good. It fits good. It's gonna look even better when it's painted on the ground, slammed, big tire, chopping LS through the whole thing. Like, this thing's gonna be awesome. So definitely excited. Appreciate you guys watching. And if you don't subscribe, you should. If you do, thank you. And we'll see you next time.